Good evening, everyone. We will begin the evening service of World Messianic Church of America Miroku Association headquarters, expressing our gratitude to God and Meishu-sama for the permission and protection granted us while participating today in God's divine plan of constructing paradise on this earth. Amatsu-Norito and Miroku Prayer, please stand. Taka ni kamsumarimasu. Kamuro gi kamuro mino mikoto mochite. Sumeni oya kamu izanagi no mikoto. Tsukushi no ibuka no tachihana no odo no ahagi harani. Misogi harai tamo toki ni narimaseru. Araido no kami tachi moro moro no magagoto tsumi kebare o. Arai tamae iyome tamae toma osukoto no yoshi o. Amatsu kami kunitsu kami yao yorozu no kami tachi tomo ni. Ame no fuchi koma no mini furi katete. Kikoshi meseto kashikomi mo maosu. Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Oshie mi oya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Oshie mi oya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Kum nagara tamachi haemase. Kum nagara tamachi haemase. Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized, with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan. Please be seated. We will now receive group Johrei.
Pegou Meishu-sama, pode.
Johrei is now concluded. Let us now listen to the teachings of Meishu-sama. Turning to God. Now that I am enveloped in God's great light, I am no longer disturbed by the turbulent storms that rage in the world around me. We may be surprised to find the very fate that others experienced yesterday becoming the fate that we ourselves must face today, for such is the way of life. We cannot see the distortion caused by dark forces until it is clearly reflected in God's mirror. For those who lack faith in God, spiritual clouds are removed through suffering. For those who have faith, they are more easily released through God's grace. This grace is God's lifeline to salvation, which God sends to all who are suffering. Some fail to understand it is there, or are not able to grab it and reach salvation due to the weight of the spiritual clouds on their spiritual bodies. However, when they later experience suffering through such things as disease, accidents, or natural disasters, these clouds are lessened. As one's spiritual body becomes lighter, the ability to access this lifeline increases. However, if a person cannot grab onto God's lifeline to salvation even after hearing a wonderful teaching, then that person's clouds must still be further reduced by some means. Even if you could force someone to grab the lifeline, they would let go or lose their grip. However, if a person receives Johrei, sufficient purification to find and hold on to this lifeline to salvation can be easily and quickly achieved.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining the Miroku Association headquarters evening service. And thank you for your daily prayers towards world peace, the victims of wars, of natural disasters, as well as man-made disasters and accidents. This evening, I want to share with you the faith experience of Sandra Regina Silva. She's from Teresina, Piauí, Brazil. Sandra has been a member of our church for 37 years. 2021, she began experiencing inner emptiness that deeply troubled her. Even while dedicating herself to service, she did not feel useful and believed she was not responding to God's will. At the beginning of 2023, she went through an intense purification marked by headaches and frequent vomiting. She went to the Johrei Center at least twice a week and received Johrei throughout the day. Within 3 months, she overcame this purification. In July of the same year, her minister informed her of his wish to open a Johrei point at her residence on a weekly basis. She immediately began preparing herself. She performed the Mitamamigaki, which is the dedication of cleaning as a way of polishing the soul, and invited members, frequent attendees, friends, and neighbors. On the day of the inauguration, 84 people attended. 12 were jury members, 2 were regular attendees, and 72 were first time participants. Her house became too small for so many people, and she felt very happy and fulfilled due to the positive outcome. Minister decided to look for a larger place. At that time, she informed him that she owned a commercial space next to her home and gratefully offered it for this purpose. In just 3 days, the space was cleaned, painted, and had all necessary maintenance and installations completed. After the second jury gathering, her son, who had been on an unpaid internship, was informed that he would begin receiving a salary. On the street where she lives, there had been no lighting, which made nighttime activities impossible. One month after the first jury gathering, a light pole was installed in front of her house, bringing greater safety and peace of mind. Today, she recognized that the purification she experienced was a cleansing, so that she could serve more intensely in the dissemination of our faith. The emptiness she once felt had been replaced by deep gratitude and enthusiasm for her mission. Sandra continues the activities at the Johrei Point, which have already led 6 people to be guided to our church. She expresses her deep gratitude to God the Meishu-sama as well as her ancestors for the permission to be useful in the expansion of the divine work. Thank you very much for attending this evening service and listening to this beautiful faith experience. Wish you all a wonderful evening.
And this brings to a conclusion our evening service. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. And have a blessed evening.